think the changes that you made will help you move the ball that you weren't able to a year ago?
Are you asking me to give away my game plan?
No.
No. I mean, this is a different offense, filled with a bunch of moving parts, shifts and motions, which on film it looks like they don't like too much. But they're a really good defense every year. You know, I mean, they come back with different pieces and they kind of adjust to their skills and try to blanket their weaknesses. But they're just a good football team that we're going to have to fight our butts off to pull away a W.
Foster, you know what being said about being an underdog, a big underdog, you guys embrace those things, nothing to lose.
I mean, we're just going out to play. You know, I never really kind of understood the whole underdog thing, you know, I mean, because you're sending out 11 guys, they're sending out 11 guys. I mean, all 11 are fully functioning, capable human beings, you know. Either side's, I mean, has the ability to get beat. So we're just going out there with a winning attitude. I mean, we're on a one-game win streak, you know, so we'll see what we can do.
Foster, how old were you in 2011 when the last time LSU won?
I would have been like 14.
That's, that's a pretty long time. Is that kind of a psychological hurdle for y'all when it's been so long, no one associated with the program that's ever beat Alabama?
No. I mean, you just go play. You know, I mean, they've won a bunch of games in a row. Yeah, that's fine. But, I mean, it's a new year and it's a new game. You know, you get 60 minutes to try to beat each other up and see who comes away on the scoreboard with the win.
Do you think it's going to be more of a physical or mental challenge for you?
That's a good question. That's why they're such a good team. You know, I mean, that's why SEC is hailed as such a impressive conference, because it's not just the physical labor that you have to put in on game day, but I mean, they're testing your patience mentally, play after play. So I'm hoping it's physical. That'll leave nothing to chance.
You don't seem like the type of guy that's intimidated.
I mean, not too much. I don't like spiders. I won't lie. I don't like spiders. But yeah, I mean, everything else just seems human. Jeez, guys. Yeah, this isn't news. Jacques Doucette isn't holding a camera. There you go. Anything else?
So is this, you're embracing your fear now? You got the spider on your head?
Yeah, face your fears. Yeah, this is my way of doing it. Even though, yeah, this is an arachnid. It has 8 legs, so we'll see. If
you think that's part of their ability? I mean, obviously they got talented players, great coaches, but teams are intimidated to take on the powerhouse.
I'll give you a juicy little thought that I had last year. I was on the sideline, and we were just about to kick the ball off, right? Just about right before the game. And I just kind of looked at them, you know? I mean, they're on the field, and I'm like, okay, yeah, they wear red jerseys, but they're human, you know? You know, when you're young, you can kind of get into that, oh, yeah, this is the game. You know, this is the game. And then you look forward, and you think, oh, that's the game. And then you lose week 5 to Troy at home. You know, I mean, you lose by 3. I mean, you just got to take it one game at a time, or else you'll just lose. You know, I mean, pre-game against Mississippi State, I mean, fights are kind of going on. Guys are getting hyped up, and you're just thinking, oh, we're not good enough to fight with these guys on the 50-yard line. That's a Florida thing. No, I mean, they could still whoop you 37-7 if you're not in the right mentality. So, I mean, you just gotta face every opponent, like coaches say. I mean, like people just think it's just, you know, you just kind of slide past that. But you really have to face every opponent like they could beat you every day.
Speaking of that mentality, going back to Florida, you guys were just incredibly energized. I could see it. I could feel it. What are you going to do to bring that into this next game?
We're going to try to bring the same energy. You know, I mean, playing away from home is kind of tough because, you know, you don't have all the guys on the sideline, you know, throwing the towels and, you know, jumping up and down. And bringing that energy. But I think the people that we bring, those young guys, like I'll call a few out who are always energized. Jamal in my position room, he's always energized, and Jacoby Stevens is always jumping around. I could always see him on film, jumping up and down on the sidelines when a big play is going on, which is so empowering for teammates to know that you have guys in your corner that have your back no matter what.
Last week, Darius gets back, runs over 250 yards, breaking SEC records. Looks like old Darius. Having him, I mean, a couple weeks before it was like the wrinkles where you were having to run with receivers. Just having him back, how much more confidence do you think that breathes life into this offense?
It's great. You know, I mean, you could pick up that first down. You could pick up 12 yards on first down to start the drive. I mean, that is a great feeling. That is such a relief taken off your shoulders, especially when you're pinned back at like the 9 or the 14, and like you break off a nice run and Darius breaks 2 tackles and eventually gets brought down 15 yards later. You're like, okay, we got some breathing room. I mean, we got our running back, and you see Darryl in there plunge down there for about a hard 7 yards. You know, you're thinking, okay, 2nd and 3, this is easily manageable. Coach Kennedy is going to put in a great call, and it is great to have old Darius.
The bye week just happened. Coach O says he thinks you guys are the healthiest you've been probably since the start of the season. When
Yeah,
you hadn't played a game. I mean, do you feel that way going into this matchup? Does it time well?
Yeah, you know, we had workouts this morning, and I felt great. You know, after on a Monday lift at 7:30, you know, coming off a game on Saturday night, you know, your body's a little tense, you know, muscles are sore. It's hard to kind of get in those first couple of squat positions, but yeah, I mean, I think the team probably should feel great at this point.
The last 2 times you guys have played Bama, Leonard's been held in check. Is it time due for an LSU running back to have that breakout game against Bama?
I think for an LSU back to have a breakout game, I think everything else is going to have to be involved. I think we're going to have to probably have receivers that have a couple of good runs, and we're going to have passing patterns working down the field, obviously. I mean, they got a great front 7, and their 4 core DBs are all really good, but we're going to have to try to target their weaknesses, and from that they'll have to spread out their strengths.
Devin said he doesn't see this as a rivalry game since y'all haven't beaten them in so long. Is that the way you see it? Is this a rivalry game in your eyes?
It's funny because since high school, every game for me has kind of been a rivalry game. You know, you play at a school that kind of has garnered a lot of attention, and you know, just attracts such influence. Every game's kind of a rivalry game, and we got 3 trophies upstairs that kind of prove that. We're rivals with Ole Miss. We're rivals with Arkansas up to the north. Rivals with the Gators in Florida. You know, every game that you go to, it kind of seems like everyone's got a little bit extra energy. You know, you don't quite see the same thing on film. You know, Mississippi State. I mean, they were celebrating after the game, but they had it won for about 15 minutes to a quarter at that point. But they had kind of celebrated like it was the Super Bowl. And no offense to them, but they just kind of celebrated like it was. And they just had that energy, that feeling. You know, like, okay, we're playing the Tigers this week. We're playing LSU. Let's give them our best shot. And that's just kind of how we have to come to play every week. If that's the case, or if it's not, you know, we just got to expect that.
Foster, does a team like Alabama have weaknesses?
Sure. Every team's got weaknesses. Would you like me to elaborate on what some of their weaknesses are? You know, they like to switch in different guys to do different things. You know, some guys aren't as great in coverage, but obviously all their players are pretty well-rounded, balanced, all-around individuals who do a pretty good job on the field. We just gotta pick the couple of key spots that guys aren't that good at, and we could just focus on a lot of the strengths that we have as a football team, to, you know, to balance out that stuff.
Foster, Coach said the key to the game is protecting Danny. Brian, I guess you may play into that a little bit. You can speak to that. Do you think he's more ready for a game like this than maybe a year ago?
He certainly prepares like he's ready. Guy does a great job every week. And I agree with a lot of what Coach O has to say on that. If we could keep him, you know, if we can keep him in the pocket, keep it clean, you know, he's a really good passer. And when that pocket collapses, he's a playmaker. I mean, you know, I kind of saw that at home. Like, he's a born playmaker. So if we could keep him clean, yeah, I mean, that's 100% ideal. But for those plays that there is a pressure that we can't pick up, or they choose the right play, he just has to be a playmaker, which he's shown that he could do.